And they were welcome.
Thank you so much, family. Thank you so very much. Thank you so much, dear friends. Thank you, family. Thank you, Honorable Christopher. Thank you to all the dear friends, friends of our dear friends, our allies that are watching us at this moment. Thank you so very much. You could have been somewhere else. You could have been cooking, cleaning your home, doing the Saturday chores. But for some reason, you have to stop that to be here with us to support the people of the United States of Biafra. Thank you all so much. I truly appreciate that. I want to thank Honorable Christopher for holding the fort before we all, thank you so much, family. I don't even know where to start thanking you for what you do for our beautiful nation to make sure that we do not continue to cohabit with a country that reintegrates and rehabilitates non-terrorists into their country, hire them, recruit them into the military and the police and other top government offices. That is what good world leaders try to prevent. They fight against that. They make sure things like that does not continue. Good world leaders try everything possible to make the world a better place, no matter who is involved. Good world leaders make sure that human rights are protected, religious freedom is protected, human life is protected. Good world leaders ensure that no matter the economic contract you have with any president, as long as that president undermines human rights, undermines the rights of the citizens, undermines court orders, both abroad and in their own country, then it is time to cut off relationship with those or that kind of world leader or that kind of country leader. That is what good world leaders do. They do not take actions based on economic gain they get from another country. Every country, once you've declared your independence, you should be able to build your country with or without another country. That's what makes you a country. The capacity, the capability to build your country within the capacity that your people give you, your people have. That is the essence of good world leaders. Not to kill citizens of another country because you want to engage in business with the president of that country. That is a bad leader. Just like what Finland is currently. Good world leaders, they set the pace and the stage that we make anyone, any person in the world, they want to visit that country. They want to stay in that country. They want to be a part of that country. Because those leaders continue to set and maintain standards that make the world a better place. Standards that safeguard the life of the citizens. Standards that safeguard the system which they have, like the justice system, the legal system, the economic system, the educational system. Good world leaders continue to make sure their country does not degenerate to a level where citizens start to question the entity or the country. That is what good world leaders do. And this week, that good world leader goes to the President of Canada. The Canadian government has refused the Nigerian government and their entourage from entering Canada this week. That is huge. When you are a member of a G7 country or anybody where you are in leadership, you must show example. That example will make the world to trust you more. That example will make your people to trust you. That example will make other countries to respect your country. Here. So this week, the Canadian government has rejected Nigeria President Tinubu and his entourage from entering Canada because Nigeria has been designated as a terrorist country. I expect all the other world leaders in the G7 to cut off any Nigerian politician from entering your country because they are high security risk. They are high security risk. That is the sign of good leaders. It is not about what you want to do when you are in your private comfort zone. It is about what you do both publicly and privately. That is what makes people, that's what makes the world to recognize and respect you. So again, the United States of Biafra government thanks the Canadian president and the Canadian legislators for refusing Nigeria entourage and Nigerian president, refusing them to set their foot inside Canada. Thank you so much. I want to also use this opportunity to remember Awani Nnamdi-Kanu and our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, as we are fully aware. This week, our Prime Minister, the appeal continues. I want to remember the United States of Biafra cabinet members, beautiful, beautiful, wonderful people, all of you, and all the United States of Biafra mission heads across the world, the 40 state governors, the commissioners, the Vision Elite Squad, the United States of Biafra Defense Forces, and the United States of Biafra Liberation Army. I thank all of you for what you do every day to ensure that the Nigeria terrorist state, our neighbors, do not overrun or take our country. To ensure that the Nigeria terrorist state, our neighbors, do not ship, do not reintegrate, or bring all those terrorists in Nigeria into Biafra territory. Thank you so much. My special thanks to our Defense Secretary General Rabbi. Continue to what you do behind the scene to ensure you protect the people and the territory of the United States of Biafra. We will continue as a government to protect our people and our territory from the Nigeria terrorist state. As everyone is fully aware right now, Nigeria is home to over 20 terrorist organizations in the world. They harbor them, they train them, they eat with them, they wine and dine with them. That was why what the Canadian government did this week is very, very important. You cannot allow terrorist countries to step into your country. That undermines the integrity of your leadership. Especially with all the facts that is on your table as a president, as a leader about Nigeria. Building a bad country is not about the country. For those that say, oh, Nigeria is trying, and there are the leadership that formulate policies that guide a country. The Nigerian politicians, all of them at this point, formulate policies that contributes to Christian genocide. They formulate policies that reintegrates and rehabilitates non-terrorists into Nigeria. Nigerian politicians at this moment are the ones that contribute to the beheading of teachers in front of the pulpit. Nigerian politicians are the ones that have made Nigeria the worst place on planet Earth for human beings to live. Nigerian politicians are the ones that have made their political parties a terrorist organization declared accordingly by a Canadian court. Nigerian politicians are the one that does not respect the rule of law, that does not respect human rights, that went to Kenya to kidnap Onyinyechi Nnamdi Kanu, brought him to Nigeria, and the Canadian government, the Kenyan government, has told Nigerian politicians to release Nnamdi Kanu and compensate him. The Nigerian politicians have refused to do that. The Nigerian politicians went to Finland to collaborate with Alexander Stubb to take away the leader, the head of government of a declared nation, Mazi Simon Ekpa. So anybody, any president in the world that is trying to remove the politicians in Nigeria from what is happening in Nigeria, then you have a problem. Have a problem. When people come to the United States of America and they respect the road traffic, they respect the law of the country, they respect how they drive, how they move, how they talk, how they maintain their yards, basic things. It is because somebody who is the leader of that country maintains the law, maintains those projects and programs and policies that make America what it is today. It does not come from the blues. That country does not come from the blues. It comes from the leadership. That is why the United States of America people today are very, very happy and thank the Canadian president. For setting the pace, setting an example, showing the world that you cannot be the president of a civilized world and you will allow politicians that have propagate policies to reintegrate terrorists. You can't allow that into your country. You can't allow them into your country because that shows the world that somehow you are supporting the Nigerian terrorist state. For Alexander Stubb, President Alexander Stubb of Finland, he has a history which we all know in persecuting Christians in Finland. So what Alexander Stubb did to Simon Ekpa, it is a precedent of what he has been doing in the past, or what Finland has done in the past. But this time around, the United States of Biafra government, we are going to ensure that Finland does not continue to trample, undermine the leadership, the head of government of a sovereign state, Simon Ekpa, in the name of their local politics. We will never allow that to happen. Not under my watch. You may have succeeded in doing that nonsense in the past, but this time around, you cannot do that. The Finnish judicial system knowingly left out the condition that Simon Ekpa is the head of a government United States of Biafra, Finnish courts willfully leaves that out in this whole trial, in this whole shenanigan they are going through, with the collusion of the Nigerian government and some Biafrans that are working with the Finnish government, that are pretending also to be Biafrans looking for freedom with Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister. Why countries like Australia in the European Union are basing their judgment based on antecedents on what Finland has done to recognize the security documents of the United States of Biafran government. Finland is trying to undermine that because of their collusion with the Nigerian terrorist state. We will never allow that to happen. Finland knows what they are doing. They know that Simon Ekpa is not a terrorist. Finland government knows that Nigeria state is the terrorist. Finland government knows that Nigeria integrates non-terrorists. Finland government knows that Nigeria beheads teachers in front of their pupil. Finland government, Alexander Stubb, knows that Nigeria commits Christian genocide. The Finland court system knows that a Canadian court has declared Tinubu and Nigeria's political party, APC, and PDP as a terrorist organization. Finland knows that. They have all the information. Don't think they don't know. That is why the United States of Biafra government will demand that the attorneys that are representing the Prime Minister from Tuesday, when the closing remark will be done, we need the United States of Biafra government, we need our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa to be presented as the head of a country that was declared on November 29th in Latin Finland. This must be done. If you don't do this, then you are undermining and giving room for Finland to continue to commit evil against Simon Ekpa. He must be presented appropriately, and this is going to the attorneys. You must present Simon Ekpa as the head of government of a Biafra Republic government in exile that was declared in Lati on November 29, 2024. That is the right presentation of Simon Ekpa. That we now let the world know that this is a politically motivated case between the United States of Biafra and Finland. You cannot continue to be in that court and present Simon as an individual or just as a regular citizen of Finland. That is not going to happen, and that is not right. If you continue that path, we are going to escalate this case. We are already doing that. We're already doing that. Once the appropriate title of our Prime Minister is presented to Finland court, those judges will know immediately that they lack the jurisdiction to try Simon Ekpa. That has not happened yet. I'm expecting that to happen on Tuesday and Wednesday. There is still time. There is still time to do that. If Finland believes that there's any crime that has been committed in the United States of Biafra territory, they know the right place to take that to. They should take it to the ICC. It is not within the jurisdiction of Finland to try the head of state of another country. They do not have the capacity. So the attorneys must make sure that this happens on Tuesday. This must happen regardless of anything, whether Simon Ekpa likes it or not. This must happen. And the United States of Biafra government, we are moving into this case at this last phase. We have all the documents to ensure that Finland does not continue to undermine the right and the powers of the Biafra people. So again, I thank everyone that presented here to be with us in this process. Throughout the week and last week, the Prime Minister's shambolic appeal has been going on in the Finland shambolic judicial system. When I listen to that's why I don't pay much attention to the nonsense that they are doing inside that court. I call it absolute nonsense because Finland does not have the power to try the head of the government of another country with trumped up charges, things that never happened, things that Nigeria government plotted to nail our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. We will not allow that to happen. No, we will not allow that to happen. Whether it's going through his private email, which is absolute invasion of his email. The Finnish agencies were secretly passing information to the Nigerian state of the head, information from the phone of the head of the government. That is criminal on its own. You don't have the rights to do that. You don't have the rights to do that. Finnish government, you get protection to someone ever because you recognizes that he was the head of the United States of Biafra people, the Biafra Republic government in exile. That was what we used to answer then. And the Biafra Republic government in exile, we were doing almost the same thing. Now, after our declaration, it has been collapsed with the name and title of the United States of Biafra. So the Finland government was aware that Simon Ekpa represents the head of a government in exile. That was why they gave him the protection in Finland. When Simon Ekpa requested for United States of Biafra citizens across the world to come to Finland for our declaration, which happened on November 29, 2024, the Finland government, immigration department, granted immigration pass to Biafra citizens all over the world to come to Finland for the declaration of the United States of Biafra as a nation. The Finland government did that. Then why should you now turn around to now take away the head of our government, claiming you got information from a terrorist nation? You got witnesses from a terrorist nation. Shambolic, shameful from a country like Finland. Anyway, the United States of Biafra government, we have instituted appropriate measures to ensure that Finland does not undermine the head of the government of the United States of Biafra or the head of the Biafra Republic government in exile or the Biafra people. And we will ensure that you do not do that. If a Canadian government this week have refused the entry of all Nigeria government executive entry into Canada, who are you? Who are you, Finland, to think you can do otherwise? Canada, a G7 country, recognize Nigeria as a terrorist state. Who are you, Finland, to do otherwise? We are going to see how this is going to end up. This case of our Prime Minister never should have been. But for some reason, some European collaborators, terrorist sympathizers, are hurting the Christians using trumped up charges, just like the one they had against Simon Ekpa. We're going to see how you are going to succeed in this case. But the United States of Biafran government. Again, the expectation of the United States of Biafran government is from Tuesday, the attorneys representing the Prime Minister must present him to Finland court as the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafran government in exile, which was declared in Latin on November 29, 2024. This singular act must happen. It does not require Finland to recognize the United States of Biafra. They don't have to do that. They don't have to. But it requires the court to distinguish political self-determination from independently proven criminal conduct. It will help the court to determine, to differentiate between political self-determination of the Biafran people, of which Simon Ekpa is our leader. It differentiates it from this individual case, individual criminal case, so-called, which the Finland court is now arrogating to the Prime Minister. That must stop. That must stop. The Prime Minister is not a terrorist, has never been, will never be. So you must present what the Prime Minister was at the time that this truck up case that you Finland want to try. You must present the position of the Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, as the leader of the Biafran Republic government in exile, as at the time any of these things you are trying in your court happened. You must present it. I believe all you judges sitting there, you know that Simon Ekpa is the Prime Minister of a Biafran Republic government in exile that was declared in Latin Finland. And I need you to address him as that, because that will change the trajectory of this trial. Again, Biafrans, we see this week the shambolic appeal process that Finland and Nigeria terrorist state is working on. We saw it this week. And we saw it last week. Thanks to all the Biafrans that traveled to Finland to support our Prime Minister. And I'm calling on more Biafrans, especially all of you in Finland, living in Finland and around Finland, in Europe, in America, all over Africa, in Biafra territory, if you can make it. I need you to be in Finland next week, Tuesday morning, to be with the Prime Minister in that court. I need you to be there. Tuesday and Wednesday is a closing of this case. I need all Biafrans that can make it to Finland. All the mission heads, you can take turn now, sponsor immediately somebody, minimum of one person, to be in Finland, to be with the Prime Minister that Tuesday morning by 7 a.m., 8 a.m. You are there in that court. I posted that court. It's on my Twitter handle. You can also get that information from Biafrans that are already in Finland. I thank all Biafrans that were in Finland last week, this week, and those that will be there next week. Thank you so much. Mentioning your names, you're just too many. I don't know how to thank all of you. You have done so excellently well by being there to support the Prime Minister. Thank you all so very much for what you do. I don't know how to stand thanking you all. Honorable Uche, thank you so very much. We are so proud of you being in Finland and just doing wonders that so many have no clue about. Honorable Uche, the United States of Biafra people, we extend our happiness and thanks to you for what you do. Thank you so much, Honorable Christopher. Thank you so much, all the Finland delegates. Many of you I can remember. Many of you I cannot remember. Pastor Rose Ellen, thank you so much. Honorable Smiles, Honorable Uche, the Lioness, Agassama, Eba, the Netherlands chair, my chair, and your wife, the Belgium rep, or those are your husband and your family, amicable, some of the media that have been there, many of them, the UK admin, the Chicks. Thank you all so much, Echo, but thank you so much, German representative Scholastica, thank you so much, Margaret, thank you so much. Many of you, many of you that were in Finland, Honorable Wednesday, those of you that came from Australia, from different places, the Netherlands admin, thank you so much, Paul, many of you, I don't even know thank you so much, Gabriel Dixon, many of them, I know I can't remember. Thank you so, oh my goodness. The regalia, oh my goodness, it was just so, oh my God, I thank you all so much. I mean, Kenechiku, I don't even know how to start thanking all of you at the time on you all. Many more, many dear friends. Please, if I don't call your name, don't be upset with me. But I know that next week is even going to be more. I'm calling on all dear friends across the globe to be, they've moved the court, so it's not going to be in Latin anymore. The final 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday next week, is going to be in another court, which is about 30 minutes from Latin, from the information I'm getting. We are all going to move to that court. Please be there. Later is 7-8 a.m. and be there to support the Prime Minister. Not just to support the Prime Minister, but also the agents of Nigeria State that have been planted around our Prime Minister. You need to be there to ensure that the thing that comes out from the mouth of our Prime Minister is what we need to be presented to Biafrans all over the world. Because we know these people. We know them to twist words from Onyeka Nnamdi-Kanu, from the Prime Minister. We've seen that in the past. When they were like, oh, I just finished meeting with the Prime Minister. I just saw the PM. PM told me this. Onyeka told me this. These are people that have been deceiving Biafrans over the years. But right now, Biafrans now know how they roll. That is why I need all Biafrans that will make it to that court. Biafrans in Finland. I'm calling all of you to be in that court to support the Prime Minister. Our Prime Minister was the former Igbo Union chairman in Finland. He was once your chairman. So I need you all to go to that court and support him. Take turns. Take turns. No one has the right to stop you from entering that courtroom. Remember that. Mark my word. No Biafra, no agent of the Nigerian state. No one has the right to stop you from entering the courtroom. Once the maximum number of people that are needed in that courtroom has been maxed out, you wait for the next term. Usually they have about 2 or 3 sessions, but from Tuesday, I don't know how many sessions they're going to have, maybe just 1, maybe just 2. It does not matter. But dear friends, make sure you show up and show strong. Yes. You have the right to enter the courtroom. The PM has not authorized anyone to control or guide who enter as a courtroom. Those people are locating themselves that power. They do not have the authority or the permission of the Prime Minister to do what they are doing from all reliable sources. So our task at this time is to make sure the PM comes out to square them. So be there and support our Prime Minister next week Tuesday, next week Wednesday. And I'm calling on the Finland justice system to uphold the integrity of their court system. And I know they are going to do that. But if for some reason they become politically colluded, they become politically blind, they become politically compromised with the Nigerian state, with the United States of Biafra government, Biafrans have not supported these people that are going to Finland, you are one way or the other to support. If you cannot be in Finland, contribute financially to those that have to go. That is the least you can do. You don't have to go, but you can contribute and support financially, because these people, they have to be in hotels, they have to transport themselves, they have to move to the court, they have to eat, they have to do other things while in Finland. And I also saw some of them also taking vacation, which is beautiful, sightseeing. Send them money to do those things. They deserve it. So if you know you are not going, please send your money immediately. You can start contributing today and let us know that this money is going towards those in Finland, and we will ensure that that money gets to them so that we can have many. If we can have over 200-300 Biafrans in this final court on Tuesday and Wednesday, I'll be very, very happy. Again, I want to use this opportunity again to thank Biafrans for being steadfast despite the distractions. We saw a couple of distractions in the court in the PM's appeal process in Finland. We saw those perambulating themselves, claiming they are what they are not, including those that are using some optics. Maybe when you look, you see some nonsense tie that they are parading there. These things don't, let it not move you, dear friends. These don't mean anything to the Prime Minister. Let us be focused. Let's be focused. The Nigerian state will use everything possible. You all remember when Benjamin Madubugu was kissing Onyedu Namdekano in the Nigerian court? These are similar things happening right now. But this time around, the Biafran people already know. No matter how. You see this United States of Biafra that was declared in Finland, which the Prime Minister this week have told the world that the declaration of the United States of Biafra in Lati is part of the process. The 40 states of Biafra, the PM took time to go through the 40 states structure. All of you, I posted it on my Twitter. I believe all of you did. This week, in the court, in appeal court, the PM has told the world, we have 40 states in Biafra land. We have 40 states. And each of these 40 states, we have 15 counties. In each of the states, we have 15 counties. In each of the counties, we have 5 districts. In each of the districts, we have 3 wards. Each of the wards have a ward head. Each of the districts have a district head. Each of the county has a county head. Each of the states have a governor and a deputy governor and the commissioners. These are the structures under the United States of Biafra government laid down by our Prime Minister and our Onyedu Namdekano. Anything you are doing outside this structure, you are just an enemy of the Biafra people, and we're going to treat you as such. So those of you that listen to the voice of the PM at this time, any other distraction from any agent of the Nigerian state, I'm very, very happy you already know where they are coming from. Those that are propagating nonsense, the faceless individuals that are on social media constituting nuisance paid by the Nigerian state, they think they can deceive. This is what Nigerian state has done in the past 50 to 100 years. And some of them think they can come to circle around to do that. Many of them are already dead on arrival, and they are getting the repercussions of what they are doing. Some of them have come out on social media to call it USB charger. I believe now, are you still going to call it USB charger? When the Prime Minister has told the world about the 40 state of the United States of Biafra, about the declaration in Finland, shame on you. And I want to see you continue to call them, to call the United States of Biafra and declare. I want to see you continue to call it USB charger. Do not change. Do not change. For those of you that are thinking you're going to jump from one place to the other, you are now seeing that the USB is ordained by the Prime Minister. The USB is supported, is approved, is a structure made by the Prime Minister. And you can jump from your far back from your CRC, BGC, whatever you call yourself, you think you can pour out from there. All of a sudden, start coming to romance the United States of Biafra citizens, whom you've broken egg on their head, who you caused them to die. You've done all manner of, you've colluded with our enemies to arrest USP people, to detain them, to kill them. You have lied to the so-called men on ground and deceived some of them. So where some of them have died, you think you can just all of a sudden start preaching, oh, Dr. Orabueze is good. Nobody should call Dr. Orabueze slave. Oh, we are good. Everybody be and want everyone to make peace. You think it's so easy. After you've deceived yourself and your family and your generation, you think you can just manipulate your way around. No, it don't work that way. It don't work that way. Because every evil most of you have committed is on social media, but it's coming out. If you like, you go and sleep in the Finland jail with Orabueze round the clock, 30 days. Unless Orabueze does not, once he steps out from that Finland jail, yours is gone. I'm telling you. It's a promise I'm giving you. Because you cannot undermine that structure which Orabueze has laid. You cannot get right from wrong. You cannot all of a sudden, after fighting the freedom of these people, the freedom we got, the structure Orabueze said, the structure Lenin Kanu said, you cannot just fight it. Then when you say you are losing, you want to come and just pretend to be the good people, the nice person. It does not work that way. There will be condition for all of you. All you fall back. I fell back from our declaration in Finland on November 29, 2024. All of you. There will be condition for all of you. All of you. No exception. I will set that condition for all of you. So again, the Prime Minister is doing well, doing strong. Some of the things that the criminals never allowed him to present during his first trial that made him get 6 years, which was hopefully by next year, if they don't leave it next week. But this time around, the PM have realized the importance to take this serious. In the past, those are surrounded in which some of these criminals that pretend to be in Bricky cabinet with it, they thought it was a light issue. And some of them around Finland that we are parading around it, they thought the Nigeria terrorist state is just, it does not matter. It's a very simple case. That's what they thought initially. During the initial trial, I know the effort I made to ensure that the PM had the help he needed at that initial stage. They blocked it. And at the end, they sentenced me to 6 years. That was why I made a clear instruction to the PM. Nobody that was involved in the initial trial of the PM will be involved in the appeal. And I'm very, very happy the PM considered that and took that decision. Those that are parabolating, calling themselves illegal, there's nothing they are doing except drama. Yeah, it's just drama. They do not know Orabueze. They don't have no clue who Simon Eba is. But I believe by now they are getting the message gradually. You cannot fight this freedom that Orabueze got for us, prepared us to have. You cannot fight it and get away. You can't. You can't get right from wrong. 99% of Biafrans stands with the United States of Biafra government. They stand with this referendum. They stand with this declaration. They stand with the Montevideo Convention. They stand with their freedom. 99%, I'm telling you. Take it to the banks. So the few of you that are constituting nuisance on social media, you, less than 1%, Biafrans already know you. We are going to see how this is going to end up. And again, I keep saying, in any nation, everybody does not have to believe in what we are doing. Even in your job, it's not everybody that likes you. So that's why in countries, you have political parties. You have the opposing parties. We have those that are doing the right thing. We have those that are opposing. So it is okay. But my belief is we must get our freedom first. We must protect our freedom first. It is one thing to say you disagree with the Orabueze in so place, but when you attack that freedom, which Papa told you prepared Biafrans to get, where over 50 million Biafrans voted to exit Nigeria, and then over 1,500 got out in Finland, and over 500 appended their signature. That is something you can never fight and succeed. You can't. Even if I'm not here, Biafrans must maintain that declaration that happened in Finland. Those signatures that are there, it's not mine. It's not about me. It is about the people and what the people want. The power belongs to the people. So those of you that think you can go and do one thing for Batobie or do one thing for Namdekano, then you come out to undermine the leadership, the structure that Batobie set up. Just be ready. Just be ready. Let Batobie come out. Just be ready. You will know that the power belongs to the people. The power does not belong to Batobie. The power does not belong to Namdekano. The power does not belong to Dr. Orabueze. The power belongs to the people, what they are seeing, what they are witnessing, what they have done to remove themselves from a country that reintegrates non-terrorists, that behead their people, that burn their homes, that kill their people, that forcefully remove their young men and women. That is what it's all about. And you must respect that. You must respect that. No matter the tactics you come with, we already know. I already know. That is why Obatobie gave me the surrogate of this new nation. Because he knows that I am very, very more than capable to handle whatever comes out in any shape or form. He knows it. So those of you that are doing anything for Batobie, again, I don't have any problem when you do things or our leader give you assignment. I don't have a problem with that. But when you come out to attack that, which Batobie has prepared us to get, which is that our freedom, you come out to attack it. You come out to say Biafra was not declared on November 29th. You come out to say Batobie did not support the United States of Biafra. You come out to say things that are detrimental to this freedom, which Batobie prepared us. And then Namdekano, only do Namdekano say, you just give me Biafra. You see that Biafra or I die, nothing else. Please, which they seek, which we already got, then you coming out from somewhere because Batobie gave you a task to do, or only to give you a task to do. You know, then you think you can undermine this freedom, which the people over 15 million voted. They never want you. They never want you. They never even want your mama. You never even start. I'm telling you. And ever uncle, ever come back to your ever uncle, ever can nothing. Take it to the bank. I don't care who you are. It does not matter who you are. And I'm giving you my word. Take it to the banks. Write it anywhere. That is why many of you that have come out to say, only do now they can't told you to do this. Only do now they can't get the Sokoto declaration. Only do now they can't told you to go and revive ESN. Only do now they can't told you to go and make peace. That's why all of you have failed. Therefore, start following you people. Where are you all today? That's why you are all failing. Because you're deviating from what you need to do and the Prime Minister has set up. And once you deviate, you're gone. You're gone. No matter the tactics. Onyendu said the Nigerian government brought out billions to fight this new Christian nation of Biafra, and we've already prepped ourselves to that. We don't have that billion, but we have our allies that are supporting the Christian nation of the United States of Biafra government, and they are matching all of you one by one in any way, any shape you come from. And again, I want to use this opportunity to thank our allies for what you do behind the scene to support us and ensure we take total control of our nation. As we speak, nothing Nigeria is allowed in Biafra territory because the Nigeria state kills our people. They forcefully remove our people. We have one of our United States of Biafra citizens in the name of Putin. Tinubu and Alexander Oti and Bianco, they colluded. They took Putin away. And the report on my table, they moved him to the northern part of Nigeria, close to where Onyedu Nnamdi is. That's what Nigeria state do. They forcefully invade the quiet neighborhood of the United States of Biafra people in the night. They told me it happened around 3 a.m. in the night. From the live report I got from the family. Nigeria state came with their healers and with their vans. We under Alexander Oti's command and Tinubu and Bianco Chukwu's command. And they took away General Putin and they moved him to the north. Again, I'm using this opportunity to tell Bianco Chukwu, Alex Oti, Charles Soludo, let nothing happen to Putin. Anyone that you people have taken under my watch, and I have their list, it continues to grow. Nigeria state continues to forcefully remove innocent Biafrans from their homes at night. Let nothing happen to these people. Let nothing happen to Putin. Let nothing happen to Putin. Nigeria state, Bianco Chukwu, let nothing happen to Putin. If anything happens to Putin, it's not going to be easy with any of you. You have no right to continue to commit terrorist acts in Biafra territory. Every day, all of us are fully aware. We saw Nkechi Kalu, an innocent woman, Alex Oti have branded her as a terrorist. They're trying her as a terrorist in our court. This is what Bianco Chukwu, Tinubu, Alex Oti, Charles Soludo, that is what they are doing in Nigeria and in Biafra territory. Not anymore. That's why we've told them nothing Nigeria is allowed in Biafra territory. And the United States of Biafra Defense Forces, United States of Biafra Liberation Army, the United States of Biafra Envision Elite Squad. You must ensure nothing Nigeria is allowed in Biafra territory. Currently, Nigeria is forcefully, illegally occupying a sovereign nation. We are a sovereign nation, whether you like it or not. We do not need your permission to be a sovereign nation. We met the conditions of the Montevideo Convention as a sovereign nation. That is what we are. And we are going to take appropriate measures to ensure we protect our people and our territory. As the Prime Minister said this week, the declaration of the United States of Biafra, the 40 state of Biafra, is part of the process of our full recognition and protection as a nation. Many of you that do not understand this, we cannot help you. You can continue to project your fake analysis on social media. Only time you will fizzle out. I'm telling you. Again, the United States of Biafra certificate of nationality have started going out thanks to the company that is helping us do this, and thanks to our allies that are supporting us in this process. Again, we are presenting the United States of Biafra certificate of nationality free to Biafrans. That doesn't mean that it was not paid. And I want to use this opportunity to thank our allies that have invested thousands of dollars into making sure that every United States of Biafra citizen, 80 million of us, get our United States of Biafra certificate of nationality free. Somebody has paid that price for Biafrans, and we want to use this opportunity to thank you. You know yourself, and we thank you. May God continue to bless you, your leadership, and your country. Again, the United States of Biafra has met all the Montevideo Convention. We have our Constitution. We have our declaration document. All those are the things that we are banking on, nothing else. It's not how you feel. It's not what you think. It's not the business contract you have with me. It's not the constitution of your own country. Our freedom does not depend on the constitution of Nigeria, no. The Montevideo Convention that declares what a sovereign state, the condition of a sovereign state. We, the United States of Biafra, we have accomplished that. We have met all that requirement. So for some of the illiterates that are parading themselves on social media saying, oh, the United States of Biafra government, they cannot use their constitution until they get recognition. So again, part of the problem we've had in the past, why Biafra never came, is because we never had the crop of people that we are able to decipher the ignorant and the illiterates from the freedom movement. These people have stalled the freedom movement for some time. And that's why God has made us at this time to take charge of this freedom movement, to make sure there is clear direction on what is right and what is wrong. So when you have some people that claim to have worked with some leaders in the past coming out in public to spew up lies and false information to the public, you begin to wonder where they are coming from. You begin to wonder the damage they have done to some of the leaders they've worked with in the past. And again, as I posted, we are doing very, very well. Our constitution, our right is there. The constitution gave us a lot of structure. It is part of the international requirement for governments in exile to have a constitution, which they used. In fact, our prime minister, who is a lawyer, already know all this. But these illiterates on social media trying to fight our freedom, pretending that they are for Biafra freedom. I'm very, very happy. I'm very happy. Biafrans, you already know them. Again, the voluntary one-day sit at home in Biafra land continues. And I thank Biafrans for maintaining the voluntary one-day sit at home. No one, no individual, no country can tamper with that. It is part of our referendum. It is what the Biafra people want to do. We are the one that will call it off at our own time, when it's convenient for our people. When the Nigeria terrorist state stop invading, when they leave our nation, when our nation becomes safe for Biafrans, we are going to call off the voluntary one-day sit at home. But for now, we have terrorists that are invading our nation. We have terrorists that are trying to kill. They're not trying to kill our people, burn our homes, rape our mothers, destroy our farms. Those terrorists brought in by the Nigerian state is part of the reason why the voluntary one-day sit at home has continued. It must continue until Biafrans decide to cut it off. Thank you again, Biafrans, from the regional, from the state districts to the ward district to the county district, for maintaining the voluntary one-day sit at home. Thank you so much, the United States of Biafra Homeland Media Chief, for what you do every Monday to ensure that the information from the different 40 states of Biafra on the success of the voluntary Monday sit at home is brought to the world. Again, dear friends, I want you to always watch out for the distractors that are planted by the Nigerian state to attack our freedom. Always be on the lookout for them. We have a couple of them here and there. Recently, there's one that called himself Master Prophet. These are some of the people that are very clueless, have no clue what we are doing. They have no clue what Obatombi did. They don't even have a clue what Onyedunameka wants. So be on the watch out for some of these riffraffs on social media, pretending to be fighting for Biafra. And there are a couple of them. The one that is faceless Biafra Unite, that one have no clue. Some of these are agents of the Nigerian state planted to attack this freedom which you already got. The rest of them in the fallback group, all of you, I believe you all know them. No exception, all of them. Again, I think that's all I have from my own side. From the TikTok, I thank all those in TikTok that hosted me yesterday. It was a very formative session where Biafrans were able to listen to me and then ask their questions and express their concerns and all that. I thank you, Emmy, for organizing that, and I look forward more to things like that, to be able to interact with Biafrans. On a different note, you all know that I'll be contesting for the United States of America, Georgia Senate. The election is coming up in November, and the Senate elect another Republican for District 44. So those of you, I know you may not live in District 44, but find those that live in District 44, tell them to vote for your own Dr. Orabueze and come November. It is a win-win for all. My task is to ensure I protect my people in District 44. We want to maintain family. We want to maintain the values. Those core values that Republicans and Biafrans are known for, I want to maintain that. Lower taxes, no taxes on homestead, improve security for my people in District 44. That is what I'm going in for. And to ensure I help the government in the areas of maintaining religious freedom and freedom for people, respect for human rights. And that is where the United States of Biafra people comes in. It is going to be a win-win for all. We cannot be on the outside where the Nigerian terrorists plant their agents in different government offices to continue to kill our people. In the United States of America, we have all different countries being represented. We have the Haiti Americans in the government. We have the Mexican Americans in the government. We have Israeli Americans in the government. We are going to have Biafran Americans in the government of the United States of America. That is the right thing to do, so that we will stop the terrorist state of Nigeria from killing Christians, and also to help the United States of America to keep America in American soil. The United States of Biafra people, we have the boots on ground, and we have everything that is taking. It's going to take us to stop the terrorist state of Nigeria from beheading teachers, from making the world a very dangerous place. So I will be here to help President Donald Trump to ensure that the terrorism of the Nigerian state stops by ensuring we check the terrorists planted in that part of the world from the United States of Biafra citizens. Thank you so much, everyone, from the community.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow. So beautiful.